Pass the fish eggs.
On this episode of Champagne Caviar.
And I'm telling you right now, the whole thing of you lose 10 pounds and gain an inch on your pecker, that is a fucking lie. It is the biggest lie on the planet. Why they had two people that haven't been to church in 7 months get up and talk on the eve of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ's birthday. I don't know, just fucking tell me.
You give up?
I gave up before we even started.
It's not fun. Now, are you ready for a fun riddle?
Oh,
Well, it's stupid. It was very anticlimactic.
who comes up with that?
Dude.
Who comes up with this shit? Do you want to welcome everybody this time?
Welcome, everyone.
Intro.
Well, perfectly. That didn't make sense. Thinking about it, this point of this episode is officially the official first episode. So I feel like we need to do a little bit of, hey, welcome to.
Didn't we do that on the first one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That wasn't really the first episode, right? We said that was not.
Well, technically, this is going to be episode 2.
Oh, you are. I thought
Yeah.
we were doing it as a bonus.
It kind of was, but
you've changed your mind.
yeah.
You make these creative decisions without me.
Well, we can change it back. Should we do this as episode 1?
We can do whatever you
We'll
want.
do that one as episode 0.5.
That was what I had said.
And then this one's episode 1. I'm going to have to go back in and change the title.
You do whatever you want. If you want to leave it, leave it.
Frick it. We'll have 2 episode 1s.
Okay. So, welcome to the beginning of a new era, everyone. Are we still staying anonymous?
I don't see any reason to be blasting our last name all over the internet.
Well, that's what
right
it says. I was going to say our last name, but then I was going to say the Nestlos. What are we doing at this point?
We're Champagne Caviar now.
I know. But how do we talk about ourselves?
Just Chuck and Shay.
Okay. Welcome to a new era of Charles and
It's
Shaylee.
New year, new us.
Yes.
No, it's going to be the same shit.
No, that's not the topic of this episode.
You make these creative decisions without me.
No. While you were on your walk, we had a conversation, and you said you wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions.
Well, yeah, I was. We got some of those.
Okay, this is everywhere. Maybe I shouldn't be the one that introduces the episodes, because clearly I don't know how to.
So
ring it
Shay's going to kind of take the lead on this one.
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking that to start it out. Hello, everyone. And
Hi. My name's Charles.
And I wanted to say, if anyone listened to our podcast before and was like a loyal listener, you would know the fiasco that is me giving Charles Christmas presents.
Oh, man.
Or any kind of presents.
Can I just brag about my wife for a second?
Well, that's why I say this year, guys, I didn't screw up.
Guys, first of all, it was a very simple Christmas.
Very.
And
it was the best.
It was perfect. We decided to take all of our money and put it towards debt. And we only spent $150, $200 on each other.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which might be normal. Which might be normal for most people. I have no idea.
I think that is mostly normal. And then the girls, Binley, we spent $100, and Florence, we spent $20.
Yeah, Florence got all the Amazon boxes from all of our stuff.
Yeah, she's not even one yet. She doesn't care. She has lots of
So
stuff.
yeah, Christmas was fun. We had it on Christmas Eve because I was working on Christmas. I had to speak in. Did we talk about that last episode?
No.
I had to speak in church on Sunday.
We, not just you.
Well, mine was more important. Just ask anybody that was there.
Okay.
Not true. Anyway.
Okay.
Shut your hole. Shut up, Karen. Sharon. Yeah. What? I mean, we talked about it when we were speaking in church. Why they had two people that haven't been to church in 7 months get up and talk on the eve of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ's birthday? I have no idea.
I don't know why.
But yeah, it was good. So I had to take that day off from work. We had Christmas. Santa came to our house while we were at church. That was fun.
We had to make a special request to have Santa come early.
I got the old SC on speed dial.
Yeah.
So he came to our house first. Sorry to everybody else, but, we were more important. Then I worked on Christmas, and now it's 28th.
But this is going up in...
This is going up on the 1st.
Did we decide that too?
It's going up on the 1st.
Okay, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I didn't screw up. I got Charles some fun stuff
Oh my
that
God,
he really
I was
liked.
so happy.
And I tried really hard.
You did so good. I'm really glad I didn't get like secondhand books.
That was our first Christmas.
And one of these. Pew, pew.
Anyways.
But yeah, Shay got a bread maker. You haven't even made a gosh dang loaf of bread.
I know I haven't. I have been, because I also bought myself a sourdough starter because I've tried to make my own many times and I always kill it. And
how's
it just
that
doesn't
going?
work. And so Is it
growing?
Well, today's only day 2. You have to they send you a freeze dried 100-year-old starter, so you have to rehydrate it and stuff. That was all yesterday, and so today I had to feed it. So
Can I ask
really
a question?
yet. Yeah.
So what's the difference between 100-year-old sourdough starter and if you just started a sourdough?
I don't know how to explain it.
Because now I feel like I'm eating 100-year-old bread.
No, it's just it's
kind of gross.
No, if you think about food in general, it's mostly all gross. But it's the authenticity of it. When you go to someone in Italy and they have the same, I don't know how to explain it. It's better.
So in my mind, I'm thinking that I'm basically eating a 100-year-old lady. What it.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. I picture this old woman back in how long ago would that have been? 1923, out in the middle of nowhere in the prairie in a log cabin, wearing a black dress, just old ass woman, and now we're gonna eat her.
Well, maybe I'll do some research and I'll come back to you next time with some answers about why that's better, because I don't have them.
I really wish I didn't know what I know about sourdough, because I love sourdough. But now that I know it's just
Charles,
fermented old ass.
Even if it was new, knowing about how it's made would freak you out.
Sourdough?
Yes. This is not anywhere but the episode is supposed to be going.
Well, it's going there right now.
Can I also say
what?
That you were listen, when we start this new podcast, our episodes are only going to be about 20 minutes long. That's never going to happen with you and I.
Okay. Let's get back on task here with the sourdough.
One day, okay, let me put a little...
Let's just let it roll.
Oh, did you say get back into sourdough?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I shut my brain off and I thought I assumed you were saying something else. We need to do a whole episode because
on sourdough?
No. Let me finish my thought. Because I have a lot of things saved that I wanted to do an episode about. Just about correlating with you, but mainly just food and the industry and all these things, because you are not an anomaly. There's a lot of people who feel this way, but it is so hard.
Okay, so
to be the person who makes the food in this family for somebody like you, who's gotten to this point now as an almost 32-year-old, almost 33-year-old man. That
did you really just say my age?
You basically don't eat anything.
Well, is it my turn now?
Sure, but what I'm saying is I want to do a whole episode because I have lots of thoughts and lots of things to share with you, and I just want to someday be able to change.
I really no. Okay, no. I will literally eat anything if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to a party, I will eat what's at the party. Unless it's fish. Frick fish. Screw fish. I hate fish. I hate anything that lives in water. That includes like ducks. I'm not ever going to eat duck. I'm not ever eating duck. I'll never eat duck. But I'll eat it. Like the stuff I'm weird about at our house, I will eat outside of our house if I don't have another choice.
We can go into this into the episode.
I'm really weird about food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really weird about food. I'm weird about water. I'm weird about a lot. I'm weird about if something. We'll talk about this later on that
Yes.
episode. Should we just do that episode right now?
No,
Okay.
because I'm not prepared there.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So that was basically
All right.
what I wanted to do, was just talk about, we got Christmas. It was a good time. We had a good year. Everybody was happy. Great time.
Yep.
Now, are you ready for a fun riddle?
Oh boy. You're literally gonna put an idiot on the spot.
I don't know.
I'm not very smart, Shay.
You are, though.
I am a high school graduate, and that's it. I dropped out of college twice.
Has nothing to do with books.
Has to do. I literally did so many drugs. Like I can't.
Okay.
My brain
All
power's
right,
diminished.
We got it. Let's just do it. So, I'm gonna say something, and you have to hear it. And
I'm writing it down.
you don't need to write it down. It's nothing like the example I gave you of a train left at this time and this train left at this time. What time did they meet? That's not what it is. Okay. Lemons touch. I didn't come fully prepared.
Shay, what are you doing? How
listen,
did you not?
Listen.
Lemons touch.
Lemons touch. Watermelons touch. Oranges don't touch. Now, say you got to try.
Lemons.
You got to figure out the
difference?
No, you got to figure out the why they touch.
Okay, so lemons touch.
Yes. You can say other words and I'll tell you if they
Watermelons touch.
Watermelons touch.
Oranges don't touch.
No.
Are we sticking to fruit?
No, and you can say anything. You can say any words to me. And trying to figure out the correlation of what.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke does not touch.
Candles?
Candles don't touch.
Humans?
Humans touch.
Is it a living and dead thing?
Nope.
Am I guessing what it is?
What do you mean guessing what
Am
it
I
is?
guessing? So, like, is it a living or dead thing? Would be what am I trying to guess here?
So you're trying to guess why they touch.
Why they touch? Why
Yes.
what they're at the store.
Nope.
They're
So-
growing. They're growing. They're not ripe yet.
No. I'll give you a
They're not
little.
ready to be picked.
I'll give you a little hint.
Let's hear the hint.
I have to say the word that you're saying to me before I can tell you if they touch.
I don't get it.
Okay, say some more words. Or I'll give you some more words.
A computer.
Computers touch.
The internet.
Internet does not touch.
So it's an object.
No.
A thought.
No.
A feeling.
No.
Am I getting hotter?
No, you're getting cold.
Oh, damn.
Colder.
Dick. All right.
Let me think of let me try to give you some answers.
Is it a food? Food's
Nope.
touch?
Nope.
Poop.
Poop touches.
Dead things.
Lamp touches.
I love lamp.
Lamp touches.
Electricity.
Electricity does not touch.
Trees.
Trees don't touch.
Nouns.
Are you saying the word?
Yep.
Well, their correlation of it touching is not nouns, and nouns don't touch.
Shay, I don't know. This makes no sense.
Do you want me to play you the video and
No.
you can
I don't want another
hear...
gosh damn copyright strike.
Oh. Well, let me just you don't have to play it.
By the way, we got to upload the first episode of the 0.5 episode of the podcast onto YouTube. Instantly copyright violation.
Did you get that all worked out?
I appealed it. They haven't done shit. It still says copyright on there.
Okay, and maybe him explaining it will also help you.
I suck at riddles.
Okay, you ready?
Was that about to start a Millie by Lil Wayne?
No. Where is my thing? My gosh.
Just so you know, this kind of stuff is a real pain in the ass
I know.
to edit.
I'm sorry. Here we go.
To edit.
I have a riddle for you to work out. God. Apples touch, lemons touch, oranges don't touch. You need to say something to me, and I'll tell you whether they touch or not, and you need to work out why they touch.
What the bro? What happened to a good old classic?
What I'm saying.
The horse
What the
rode
bro?
What's a riddle, bro? What happened to them? Tables.
Tables touch.
Lemons touch.
Yep.
Oranges don't.
No.
But apples do.
Yeah, so does tables.
Do mangoes touch?
Mangoes touch.
It ends with an S. Anything
No.
that ends with an S touches.
No, that's
yes,
not it.
anything that ends with an S touches.
Wrong. That's not
Oranges. Oranges. I need a clue.
Hell, you barely started.
All right, cups.
Cups touch. Okay, I'll give you the clue. I am saying the word before to see if it touches or not.
Something to do with syllables.
Close, on the right track.
It's a plural.
No, no,
Another clue, please.
no. Something.
What do you mean? You just want me to really?
Does that help you at all?
No.
Them coming up with things, so it doesn't have to do with nouns.
So you're saying
syllables
it.
is close.
You're saying it.
Think about that. If syllables is close to why they touch, bananas touch. I don't know why it's always fruit that just like comes to my mind from what they said too.
So he said kind of syllables.
Yeah, syllables are close.
Watermelon. Watermelons touch.
Watermelons touch.
Lemons touch.
Mm-hmm.
Oranges don't touch.
No. I don't know why you're doing the syllable thing. That's not what the answer is.
I don't know. Just fucking tell me.
You give up?
I gave up before we even started.
That's not fun.
What?
Watch me say the word.
Okay.
Lemons touch. Oranges don't touch.
It's the tone of voice.
What's touching when you're talking?
Your lips?
Lemons touch.
Your tongue? Your teeth?
You're right. It's the lips. When your lips touch, lemons. Lamps?
Oranges?
Don't touch.
Oranges?
Your mouth never touches.
This is so stupid, dude.
Well, it's stupid. It was very anticlimactic.
Who comes up with that? Who comes up with this shit?
But
Those stupid Australians?
He didn't come up with it. I don't think so. But I just thought it was a lot of fun. Because I was sitting there, watching it for the first time, I was trying to figure it out. And I was like, I don't know. What is he talking about? And then when he said it, I was like, oh, man. That makes so much sense.
I hate riddles. If I had to do riddles to save my life, I would die.
Uh-oh.
I would be dead.
Don't go on Survivor. They don't really ever do riddles, but.
All right. What's next?
You wanted to discuss New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, so what are some of yours?
I don't know. They're the same thing every year.
That was bugging the shit out of me.
That's why you couldn't get the riddle, because that was what you're focusing on.
Right? I'm not stupid. It was the paper.
Yeah, I just this year for me is not even so much like the new year. I am one of those people that I love the new year just because there's, I don't know if it's like dopamine or whatever, but there's something about like that it feels new. You know, everyone's like, don't be that person. It's like, you can only start on a Monday, or you can only start at the beginning of the month. You can only start at the beginning of the year. Like,
Are you serious?
what?
You are that person.
That's what I'm saying. I said people say that you should just, you know, you need to just like not wait for that. But it's like in me, I'm that type of person that, like I said, I don't know if it's like serotonin or whatever, but the new year is the ultimate of like,
Shay,
it feels so great.
I love you.
Why are you going to make a dig right now? That's not what you're not even letting me finishing what I'm saying as usual before
No
you're
dig.
jumping to conclusions.
No dig. No digging.
I'm just saying that, so, you know, normally in the new year, I get all excited. It's a new year. It feels good. But it's not even so much that the ultimate on top of that is I'm like, I will officially be a year postpartum. Oh, no.
Whoa.
What's happening?
That was the weirdest yawn I've ever had in my life.
I thought you were going to sneeze and then you were yawning.
My eyes are watering. Why are my eyes watering? I wasn't going to sneeze. I was going for the yawn. But why are my eyes watering right
It's
now?
like you were having an exorcism.
Need a sip of Diet Coke here.
That'll stop the eyes from watering. Anyways, so I'm just like, you know what? Let's. Are you gonna toot? Oh,
I was trying to be quiet.
I thought you were tooting.
No, I was trying to be quiet.
Okay. Anyways, but it's still like we've talked about this. It's really, I'm in this really hard place because I've been trying and like wanting to change a lot of things before this new year. And just like I had a mental breakdown last night and we had a big conversation that the thing that is holding me back from everything in my life right now is our baby and not sleeping. And it's just like, in the words of last night of myself, is like, it's ruining my life. It's really, really hard for me to do anything.
You want to know what made me the most sad about last night?
What?
Is when you said, I feel like a bad mother.
Well,
That really bummed me out. That really
but
made me sad for you.
it's this.
That you would, hold on a minute, I'm not done. That you would even consider that. Because, oh my gosh, you are, no offense to any of the mothers out there, but any of you women listening to this couldn't hold a candle to Shay. With dealing with Binley and then a baby that won't sleep, like you're friggin' killing it.
It's just the feeling of I feel like I'm failing at everything, and I feel like I failed Florence because like I straight up asked you and you agree, and like I know it is not something I don't know, that like I kind of created this monster. And I don't know like how to fix it. I don't it
so-
feels like it's unfixable. And I just feel like I'm drowning in it. And like I said, it's like I can't do anything else. Literally the only thing consuming my life is sleep. It's all we talk about.
Yeah.
It's all
It is all
it
we
is
talk
all
about.
we talk
When
about.
I've got this routine of calling Shay when I get to Heber. You guys probably won't know where Heber is. But anyway, when I get to a certain point in my day, I always call Shay. And the first thing that either comes out of her mouth or that comes out of my mouth is, how'd you sleep last night?
Well, and I ask you, you give me your rundown because you don't sleep great either. And it's just like everybody's sleep is all that consumes our lives.
Yeah.
It's, did Binley get up in the night? Was I up with her and with Florence? And like, it's just, I've tried everything. And what we've tried recently just feels like it's made it worse.
So what's your new
My
I'm gonna
resolution.
take a second and just calm down and then ask my question. What is your New Year's resolution
that's what I'm saying, is it's hard. It's the same as it always is. Like, I want to lose the weight. I'm trying to, like, take better care of myself. We've had that discussion a lot, just in all encompassing of that. I want to get on a routine, and, you know, there's just, like, tons of little things, but it's just bettering myself. But it's like, I lack motivation in my life in general, even when I'm at my top. And with all this going on, it's like I am, like, negative in the motivation status.
Which is the completely opposite of me, of how I'm feeling going into the New Year's. Like, I don't think I've ever been more motivated in my life.
I love that for you.
I am freaking locked and loaded and ready to go. I just feel it in my plums. I feel it in my plums. This year is going to be different. It's going to be different. I can feel it. I feel it in my balls.
It's got to be better than... I mean, that's always so... Like, I hate saying that. There's always this guilt of saying anything. Like, instantly it comes to me when I was going to say, it's going to be... Gotta be better than this year. But it's like, how could you say that? You had a new baby this year. But it's like, okay, yes, we all know. We love our children.
No, this year sucked for you.
This year has been horrendous.
Yeah, this year sucked for you.
So I'm just like, it's got to be better. Something's got to be better. But yeah. So those are
So what are you going to do?
I don't know.
What are your plans? Like the New Year's in 3 days.
Yeah. So one thing that I really want to do, one thing that I can control that, like, the sleep doesn't really affect, is just as far as losing weight is my biggest one. I think you and I both have that same. I don't know if that's your number one.
Sex right now is a chore.
Okay.
Two fat bodies going at it is just, I run out of gas, dude.
Anyways.
Like, I just ran I ran a marathon for my life to nut. It was.
I'm sorry.
It's not you. My cardiovascular system is not in the best shape.
So, but, like, for me too, it's like, it's not just that. That's a part of it, but I want to, like, lose weight because I feel like crap. I have no self-confidence. Like, that's the thing, because I made the statement years and years ago that I was excited to be in my 30s because I was like, I could feel it. My 30s are going to be, like, loving it.
They are.
My 20s were just all shit. Like, I look back and I'm like, good gracious. Not mean, again, there are good things that happen, and there was amazing things that happened in my 20s. Obviously, I got married, I had kids.
We bought a house.
We did all this good stuff. But meaning as for me and, like, my mental health and how I felt about myself.
Yeah, I can see that.
And all this, like, horrible.
Yeah.
If I have to live the rest of my life feeling like that, and it's like, those are your prime years when you're supposed to feel your best. And I'm like, well, I just wasted all of them. So I'm like, my 30s, they're going to be it. Like, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Like I said, I could go on and on and on.
Well, you're starting a YouTube channel.
Another one. It's definitely not my first rodeo.
Well, yeah. So you got that going on. You want to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Kind of restart.
Your podcast. Because I think me and Tanner are going to do one. Me and my brothers will do one. And then you want to start your own.
But yeah.
You got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this year.
There is, but I just don't have any energy to do anything. Anyways.
Get on Adderall.
I can't while I'm nursing. I can't do anything.
And you're going to be smoking weed soon. So.
Again, can't do it when I'm not.
But soon. Do you know how jealous?
Like I said, that's why I said, if I could just get this kid off the tit, then, like, 80% of my problems would go away.
I think my my subconscious irritation with you is going to go through the roof when you can smoke weed and I can't. I'm going to be so jealous. I'm gonna freaking be. I'm gonna be upset.
Well, it won't be very long, and you'll be behind me.
You're right.
So
Listen. This is the only plea I'm gonna make on this podcast. Is please listen to this shit so that I can make enough money to quit my job so that I can smoke marijuana. Because I'm sick of taking pills to be happy.
yeah,
And the side effects of these pills suck.
yeah.
So I just want to smoke weed. Everybody's happy that smokes. Show me one person that's pissed at their life when they're smoking marijuana. None. But I'm going to be so happy for you.
So back to what I was saying. The only thing really not the only one, but the major one as far as like all the weight loss and all that doesn't require really like the sleep aspect that I can do. So I just really need to focus in on is just like food and eating. I've always said it, but I want to just like cut out all the junk and try to like eat a more whole foods.
So what junk do you eat? Because I don't see it.
Just any processed foods.
Listen, I don't want to talk about what you eat.
But don't talk about what I
Because it
eat.
just is going to look bad for me.
Well, then we can have that
husband should not do that.
own private conversation.
I don't even want to talk
Let the world know that you and I, like, we don't have a filter with each other.
I don't even want to talk to you about it.
But, like I said,
Like off the podcast. Like
I know that.
And I literally won't say anything off the podcast that I wouldn't say on here.
No, but what I'm saying is you and I, there's many times that I tell you, like, I need you to tell me, like, we just had a conversation a couple days ago about, like, what do you need to be attracted to me? What do I need to do? Like, I am not this person that's like, don't say anything mean about me. Like, I just want you to tell me.
But it's still hard.
Yeah, it is hard, but I like
That
hard
conversation that
conversations.
what was that, yesterday?
No.
2 days ago?
No.
It was 2 days ago, I think. Anyway, when we had that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Why? I was laying on the bed just laying
I
there.
know, but it
listening.
was just so hard to say it to you.
I love it.
I did not love it.
I think it was very beneficial. It's very beneficial to be honest and open in a relationship.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's just kind of like my whole thing. What about you?
I am funny you say that. I am doing a challenge right now.
Yes, you are.
I started before the new year. I'm walking 10,000 steps a day for 30 days.
Yep.
So, I'm not really counting on losing any weight on this. I really don't think I'm going to lose much weight.
Well, I mean, it would depend.
I don't
yeah.
think it's going to.
But you're the type of person that, like, you don't think that walking is, like, that big of a deal. And from stuff that I've watched and listened to and whatever, like, everyone's like, walking is the number one best exercise, like, that you could do.
Yeah. So I was thinking today, a 5K is like what, 2.5 miles? I think it's 2.5 miles. Let me Google it real quick. Hey Siri, how long is a 5K in miles?
Here's what I found.
3.1 miles
Yeah.
is a 5K.
Yeah.
So I want to, this is like the dumbest goal,
Never.
but I want to take this year and try to lose weight. And then next year in 2025, I want to run a 5K.
Really?
I want to run.
Do you want to, like, do an actual 5K or just
Do
be
an
like,
actual
I'm gonna
5K.
sign up
Like
and
go
do
and
one?
sign up. How long's the Speedy Spaniard in Spanish Fork? Hey Siri, Speedy Spaniard, Spanish Fork City.
I found this on the web.
That's a 10K. That.
Well, a lot of times they do it where you can do, like, all of them.
I'm not running 6.2 miles.
Who
There's
knows?
no way.
maybe this year will change and you'll become a runner and
I
you'll, like, really like it.
I highly doubt it. I think me running 3.1 miles might kill me. Even if I lost weight, like even if I got down, I was down to 240 and I still couldn't run.
Just with your knees.
Just with my knees.
Yeah.
Like my knee, I think if I got down to like 200 pounds, which would be, I would look so good at 200
I thought
pounds.
you were going to say, I look so weird.
No, I would look weird. I haven't been 200 pounds since like middle school.
It's one of those things, like, I think about, I'm like, how, like, when, let's project positivity here, like, when this happens for you and I, like, how crazy are we going to look? Like, I'm just so used to this.
I'm going to look so weird. You're going to be sick. You're going to be super fine.
As
gonna
are
be
you. You're not
super-
going to look weird.
Super
It's
duper
going to be
fly.
weird because you've never looked like that.
Yeah. It was.
For me, like, I've only been heavy for the last 8 years of my life.
Like I'm getting to
You've
the point,
always been. So it
I'm-
would be weird.
I'm hitting the point in my body to where if I got any fatter than I was when I was at my heaviest, I don't think my skin would be able to like bounce back. I think right now, if I lost 50 pounds, got down to 220, I think my skin would kind of suck back in a little bit.
I don't know.
It might be a little loose, but I wouldn't have like a hanging down.
It's so
Skin.
interesting because it's like you never know.
Because I've seen
Everyone's
pictures
so
of
different.
people with my body type that.
But that doesn't have anything to do with it. It's all your skin and its elasticity. and
God
what you
damn
have.
it! It's gonna bounce back.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna bounce
Not
back.
mine.
Mine is, yours is. It's all gonna be good. Okay, and by that point, we're gonna be so filthy freaking rich. If we have to pay somebody to cut it off, we'll have them cut it off. And I'm telling you right now, the whole thing of you lose 10 pounds and gain an inch on your pecker, that is a fucking lie. It is the biggest lie on the planet.
Is that your only goal?
Is to run a 5K?
Well, that's your goal for the next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of these challenges.
I know you are, but like I said, I have like a ton of like ideas and goals and things that I want.
Literally, my only
Yours is just to lose weight?
I don't have a specific mine. I can lose weight whenever I want.
Yeah, you don't have
Like
a problem.
I don't have a problem losing weight. Because whoa, that was a freaking farty sound. That sounded like diarrhea going into your mouth. Does diarrhea touch? Diarrhea.
No, it
Nope,
doesn't.
doesn't touch. Shit, I forgot what I was
You
saying.
can lose weight whenever you
Yeah,
want.
I can lose weight whenever I want. Like I literally the only reason I'm fat right now in my life is because I was fat before. I don't eat a lot. I probably barely eat enough calories to like stay alive. Maybe that's why I'm so tired all the time.
Well, that's what I tried to tell you when you were doing the walking before and you were like doing the intermittent fasting. And you're like, oh my gosh. I was like, dude, you were really sick. And then you weren't eating and you were trying to do all this walking. And I was like, you have to eat.
Yeah, so
You can't do the intermittent fasting and then try to do that.
yeah, I could do intermittent fasting when I'm not walking 4 to 6 miles a day.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have my goals are like to grow the channel, to grow our social medias, to do all of the challenges that I'm doing are going to be on YouTube. So I'm going to be putting them up on YouTube. I'm going to do 30 days, 10,000 steps. Then I'm going to do like 30 days and only drink water. That's going to be the hardest thing of my life.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if I can give up Diet Coke and Monsters for that long.
Oh gosh. I had a whole thought.
Do you think I'll lose weight if I do just water, even though I drink diet?
I don't know, because caffeine is a appetite suppressor. So you might gain weight.
Maybe I'll do that one a long time from now. You know what really pissed me off is when I quit drinking 2 years ago, and I didn't lose any weight.
Well, that's because you started munching more.
Did I?
Yeah. You don't remember when you first quit? Like, you could not stop eating?
Yeah. I actually don't remember. Yeah,
I can tell you exactly why. You just said the whole thing about, like, you don't eat very much. You don't know why you're fat. I can tell you why.
Tell me why I'm fat.
You think, not why you're fat, but you think you don't eat that much. But you don't eat that much food. But the food that you eat is extremely high calorie. Like, you'll go and pound a bag of Kit Kats. There's, like, multiple thousand calories
I won't
in a bag.
pound a bag of Kit Kats in one sitting. I'll eat a bag of Kit Kats over like 3 or 4 days.
I guess I should have.
But I also eat 2 breakfast burritos for breakfast, and then I don't eat until I get home. And how much food am I eating when I get home?
But that's what
Not much.
It's not much, but that's back to the whole food thing. You're weird about food, and the only foods that you eat are just really calorie-dense foods. Like, remember when you were doing the intermittent fasting and we had the conversation, we ate hamburgers, and you were like, this isn't that many calories, right? And I started reading to you
it was
how
a lot of
much
calories.
it was.
It was a lot of calories. You know what we should do for a challenge is do keto.
I don't want to do keto.
Why not?
Because I've done keto.
The pounds will fall off.
No, it doesn't. I don't know how many times I had to have this conversation.
Shay, your body is no different than anybody else's.
I
if
know
you
it's
go
not.
into ketosis, you will shit pounds.
Charles Olson, I love you. You know nothing. You know nothing.
It works for everybody.
Anyway.
So those are our goals.
Yeah. Basically, like, to sum mine all up, is I want to just be like Shaylee 2.0. I want to have a complete metamorphosis.
I want that so bad for you.
By in the next year. I just want a complete 180 in my life, in everything.
Yeah.
Like, the thing you want to talk about feeling sad, when I have this thought, which is often, this is what makes me the most sad for myself, because it's like the most real thing and the most genuine feeling, is it's like, I don't like who I am. There's not much about me that I like, physically, mentally, emotionally.
I get
like, I just hate everything. I hate the way I talk. I hate the way my brain works. I hate the way that I do my house. I hate the way that I dress. I hate the way that my hair is. I hate glasses.
Change it.
I am trying. That's the point.
No, don't try. Change it.
Well, that's the goal.
Just do it.
Well, the other thing, there's
Nike.
certain things that I can't. Like I said, like, I hate my house and the way I do it, but you and I
You could get this
cannot.
house.
No, because every time I want to do something, you hate it, and I can't ever do it.
You know what? That's my goal for this year. I'm going to let you do whatever you want to the house.
Oh, gosh.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, right. Hell would freeze over before you didn't have a comment about something I did to the house.
I won't be saying shit.
Oh.
All right, what else you got?
The last thing that I did, hold on, I have to think about it. I have to pull it back up because I've forgotten. Let me look at my...
Because we're at 45 minutes right now. I really don't want this to go past an hour.
Well, do you want to end it? We don't have to do it. I was just, you said that
Can we do it real quick?
that we didn't have enough content. Okay. Here is something. I honestly can't remember if this was the one, but I think it was. We have had this conversation,
Have we?
And this guy, this TikTok that I had, do you want me to just like kind of play it so you can hear it? I won't play the whole thing, but just so you get, because he did what you and I talk about so perfectly. He summed it up so great. Or do you want me just to try to sum it up myself?
Why don't we just watch it and then I'll make sure to give the right credit so we don't get copyrighted.
So do you want me to send this to you?
Yeah, email it to me.
Email it to you.
Yeah.
Shh. Oh shit. No. No. I just deleted it.
Oh.
No.
Okay, sum it up for me. What is it?
I'm gonna cry.
What is it?
So you and I have the conversation all the time, specifically when we go to parent-teacher conference.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Nope.
That, like, how are we adults?
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, so he said the exact same things that we say, but he just said it better than we say it.
Okay.
But, like, he's standing in front of his camera and he has just, like, some, like, sweat shorts.
Yeah.
I think he has that on and, like, a Nike sweatshirt and a hat on, like a baseball cap. And he's like, how is this an adult? He's
Yeah.
like, did we go through some kind of what did he call it? A rebranding? Because he's like, when I had teachers, he's like, my teachers in elementary school stuff, like they were in their 20s. They were definitely doing recreational drugs or something.
Yeah.
He's like, but like, they seemed like they had everything together. My parents, they had everything together.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am a 35-year-old man and I am not an adult. And he's like, my mom had 3 kids by the time she was my age.
Well, does he have kids?
No.
Well, yeah, he's not a man then.
But needless to say,
He's a 35-year-old man-child.
But still, even if you don't have kids, there's just something about it that I had this conversation with my mom about. I was telling her kind of back to the whole thing of like, I hate my life. I hate everything about me, whatever. Is I was like, I never seen my mom or like any of my friends' moms when I would go to their houses or parents or whatever.
Naked.
Didn't see that either. I did see my mom naked once. Probably.
Of course you did.
but like just chilling. Like whose dad did you know played video games?
So video games weren't around back when my dad was a young man.
Okay. So my dad.
Well, Tetris and Pong, but I think that Space Invaders, that was it.
Like my dad would come home from work and he just like would veg and just like watch TV.
My uncles played video
I was
games.
gonna say that. I'm sure your uncles did. But so that was like a bad example. But like, so me and my cousin were talking about how we're like the same person. She's the only adult my age with like kids and married and stuff that I can relate to, that I like don't feel bad about. That we're both like, we're just lazy kind of people. Like our favorite thing is to just lay on the couch.
Yeah, I know.
And watch TV.
I know.
And never in my life did I ever see an adult when I was a kid doing that. I don't know. Just like, there's just so much about it.
I saw my mom watch TV a lot when I was growing up.
And that's what I said to my mom. I was like, the only thing I can think is different is I'm a stay-at-home mom. She worked.
Yeah.
And so, she's like, yeah, I went to work. I'd come home. I'd make dinner, help all you guys with your homework.
That just sounds
go to bed.
like
and
the most...
she just did it over and over and over and over and over. That's all she did.
That sounds like the most miserable life.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know if she wanted to, but she had to. And,
But
anyways, but that's what I'm saying, It's just like, so when like we have to do adult stuff, I am just so like, don't ask me. I am 18 years old.
The thing that blows my mind still to this day is when I was a kid and even like a teenager and even as a young adult, I would look at my house when I was growing up and I was like, how do you pay for all this shit? Am I going to have to pay for this shit when I grow up? How am I going to pay for this shit?
that was what I really wanted. That's why I'm so bummed. I
And
deleted
now I'm paying for this shit.
See, that's the biggest thing why I'm really sad that I just deleted that video, because I wanted to go and like talk about in the comments, because people's comments were great. One of them said, well, back then, they were surviving on raising a family on a postal worker's salary.
Hold on a goddamn minute, okay? Fucking houses were given away in cereal boxes.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a totally different world.
Like in 1945, they were like, hey, here's a 4,500 square foot house. I'll give you a couple raspberries for
No,
this
that's
house.
Not our parents. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, I feel like
My parents' house that they bought when I was born was $100,000.
well, then you get into the whole thing of
I
what the
make that in a
wage-
year.
I know, but you wouldn't have been back then and blah, blah, blah. You know, you get into that whole conversation. But still, I think that's what it is a lot of, I don't know. Like, I look at this room that we're sitting in. My parents would never. Like, my parents had a really nice house. It's the house I still live in, you know, whatever, had all 5 of us kids in it. And there was never a space where my mom or dad were like, I'm just going to make my space for my hobbies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was just, like, this seems very, like,
you know,
kitty.
a lot of this seems kitty.
No, like, you're not getting what I'm saying.
The only
Someone will-
kitty thing in this house, in this room right here, is that thing.
Everyone, there will be people that understand what I'm saying. You will not understand what I'm saying.
You mean like this is like cool kind of kitty stuff? Like young hip
like
kind of stuff?
our parents went to work for 9 to 5 careers for their retirements, and this generation is like dreamers. And
You want to know why we're dreamers? Is because that doesn't happen anymore. You
well,
can't
but
go
could
get
you?
it. You can't really go get a job and then get a solid pension anymore unless you work for the railroad or UPS or a school district. You want to work, go to work for the union, but nowadays, like, fuck it. I don't even want to get into it. Like the unions, Yellow, you know, the company, the freight company, Yellow, they had the yellow trucks, yellow riding, whatever, USF Redaway or whatever. They went friggin' bankrupt and everybody lost their pension. Everybody's like, oh, it's the union. We got a pension. They went bankrupt. Everybody got screwed. Pensions, retirements, it's all bullshit now. You can't have that anymore.
It's just crazy. And I know that a lot of it is just because we live in like a totally different world.
We have to do this shit to retire.
But still, just back to my whole point of it, it's just like, it's just so weird. I do not feel like a
Dude,
31-year-old woman.
me neither. I feel like an 18-year-old kid trapped in a 32-year-old body.
And there's
But
like,
I also feel like a 77-year-old man trapped in a 32-year-old
but
body.
I think a lot of it too is just like my like brain and the way I think. Like I'm very like the shyness and like scared of breaking rules is I like always feel like still, I don't know. Like if I go somewhere, I don't know how to explain it.
You're like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. And
I'm
it's like, I'm
"F it, dude."
adult. I can do what I want and tell people
Yeah, what's funny is
that I want. You know,
we
I don't
kept
know.
Bentley home from school for what, 2 weeks? Something
Yeah,
like that.
it wasn't a solid 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, it
but
was a long time. We didn't want to keep getting sick, and I was like, well, we're done sending her to school till we get better. Anyway, the school's sending us letters
Well, and I told you
about
before we did it, I said
unexcused absences
you
and
need
shit.
to tell them
And-
or they're
and then
going to
the-
get mad.
And then the letter, the notice comes in the mail that I got to go report to the principal's office. And you're like, you better take care of this. Fuck them. I don't care. What are they going to do? Put me in jail?
Do you know what I found out? I seen a TikTok about a guy saying this exact thing about how
And they
he-
put him in jail?
Hold on. He was saying that he took his kids out of school because they went on a like long vacation. They went to like India or something. I can't remember, somewhere crazy for like, it was 2 or 3 weeks. And so he went to the school and told them, you know, they're going to be gone. We're going on a vacation. And the school told him, you can't do that. And he says, well, no, we're going. I'm just letting you know we're going on this vacation and they're not going to be back. And what they said is he couldn't do, like, again, he couldn't do it. He can, obviously. But they were saying it's because, like you're saying, what are they going to do? Why do they care? Whatever. It's because it makes the school, it like knocks down their standing in the, I don't know, the state, the whatever. They were like a really high top school for attendance and grades and stuff like that. And so if you take your kids out, then it knocks them down, saying that like their attendance rates aren't good.
They can't do shit.
I'm not saying that they can do something, but that's what I'm saying. That's why they're sending the notices and we're freaking out, is because they're like, I don't know if it goes back to like what we were talking about, like a Division I school, Division II, like if that, like how everything works, or a Title I.
Yeah, isn't that like Division I and Division II is universities?
Yeah, I meant a Title I. We were talking about.
Look, I'm not talking crap on Bentley's Elementary, because the principal is the nicest dude.
Yes, he's a way good guy.
And but if you look up the reviews for the elementary, they are not good.
No, it's a public school.
They are not. They have like a C- or something rating. Yeah. And they're sending me a letter about sending my kid to their shitty school.
No, because they don't look worse. Anyways, that was
I don't
it.
give a frick.
One day, maybe when, and see, that's honestly something I've thought about, is like maybe if I put myself together more, I looked better, I had more self-confidence, maybe I would actually start to feel like an adult.
I think it would help a lot. I think it would help you immensely, but
I feel like people don't take me seriously.
But hold on a minute. You are an adult and you act like one. Because you just do it. Like, I just went off on a rant, like, how do you pay for all this? You just do it. Yeah. Like, the bill comes, you pay the bill. You get the phone call to bring your kid in, like, hey, here's a reminder for the 6-month checkup. You just do it.
Yeah.
You pack your kids up in the friggin' car and then you drive to the doctor. That's adult shit.
Like planning a vacation that's like not with my family that my mom planned, to be like, hey, let's plan a vacation for us four. Like, oh gosh, what do we do? How do we
I think
make sure you get everything?
I think you'd probably be like, here's our destination.
I wasn't meaning give me the play. I'm just saying.
Autism is my autism is showing right now.
Anyways, this kid could be screaming up there, and I don't
turn
know.
it on.
Well, it's dying. That's why it was beeping.
Oh.
So probably should just wrap it up.
So next week we are gonna do. You want to do the couples questions? How well do you know each other? How do you know?
Oh yeah, we said we were going to do that today.
How well do you know the other person? Because that's gonna be fun. Because
so it's not,
Shay, I don't think we're gonna do very well.
I know. So it's not how well do we know each other. It's how well do you know female anatomy and male anatomy. It's basically like.
Well, we need to do the other one too. We need to do both of them. I want to do like the how well do you know your spouse.
That I showed you the things about which option would you choose, that thing? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. What you're talking about.
We'll have a meeting about this later.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun. It will be a really fun time.
All right.
Next week.
Everybody do something good this week. I love you to the depths of my soul. You are the best.
You want to go move a crib again?
Can't freaking wait.
Everyone.
If you see a nuke, if you see the balloon go up somewhere in the state of Utah, it's my house. Send help.
I was going to say, if you believe in praying, if you believe in good vibes, good juju, just send them our way.
You know what? I'm going to go do something good right now. I'm going to go not bitch about taking a crib apart and putting it back together for the second time this week.
Yeah.
I love you, Shay.
I love you so much.
Till next time.